business. Hello, everyone. This is Roz Henderson. Is so glad to see you. I want to tell you Happy New Year. Um, and I want to start spotlighting or highlighting our entrepreneurs who are extraordinaire. And I have one today that I'm going to share with you. But before that, let me just say that just to reiterate that I am your host, Rosalind Henderson, and I'm the administrator for entrepreneurs. Double your income by mastering leadership skills. I want to introduce you to Breonna Winfield. Everybody give her a silent clap.
Hello, everyone.
Amen. And so I'm so grateful that you're here and that we're starting the new year with the whole idea of building self awareness. So tell us a little bit about yourself before we get deep into this.
Everyone. So my name is Bree. Sorry, I'm like bibbing my head back and forth because my camera's off. But I am a branding and visualization strategist, and I specialize in Instagram. But for 2021, I am shifting my business, and I have just launched a program called Healthy, Wealthy, and the Divine. Because I noticed that a lot of entrepreneurs they suffer from imposter syndrome. And they have a lack mindset. We've heard that a lot this last year, right? What does that mean? But to be someone that can thrive in business, thrive in life, you have to, what I say, collect and see and gather information about yourself and focus on where you want to be.
Well, I love this. This is going to be a great, great topic. So, one way to get in touch with some of those imposter imposter issues, is to use the tool of journaling. So, I know that you're an avid journaler, and
Yes.
why is that so important in being able to maybe become more aware of how the imposter syndrome and other issues impact you?
Right. Yeah. For me, journaling is about safety. It's a place that I can be safe between the pages, right? It's my opinions. I'm not offending anybody because it's my journal. It's what happened to me. I get to talk about it and not offend and burn bridges, right? When you're super angry or you feel like, man, I just can't land this client, or gosh, like I don't think anybody's going to want to join my program, right? You can write it out.
Yes, that is so so important. And in my history with journaling too, that self awareness is so important to be able to see my thought patterns and my behavior patterns is really important. And like you said, the number one reason too is to vent. I totally agree. It's a safe place where you can express yourself. So name some ways that people can approach journaling. There's a lot of different ways to do this.
Yeah. So when it comes to journaling, I think it's nice to be in a quiet situation. Um, and what I mean by that is,
Oh, hello, Brianna. We absolutely lost her. Well, while she gets back on, let me just mention in regards to journaling that I know there's a lot of different approaches that you can take to journaling. For instance, sometimes since I'm a former artist, I like to draw pictures and write. I'm a very visual person, and that's very helpful for me. Sometimes I like to interact with directed prompts, questions that are tossed out that allow me to go deep as I answer them. And some people like the free flow of just writing and writing and writing until you feel it's time to just to stop. Any one of those methods, any one of those methods will produce big results, because I think one of the most important things about journaling is that you become in contact with who you truly are, and it's an opportunity for growth. So if you like, for instance, playing some very soft music in the background, that's fine. If you're someone who likes total quiet, like I do, because I feel like I connect to the divine when I'm in total quiet. In fact, I'm going to sound really spooky a little bit and say, I sometimes think that I begin writing, but then there becomes this flow that begins to happen step by step. It seems like I enter this place of flow or the zone. And when I do that, um, I feel sometimes that my pen is being taken over by divinity. I know that sounds woo spooky, but there are times when I get insights that I know I wouldn't get if I weren't journaling. And I know it's not uh, originating from Rosalind Henderson, it's coming from another place, and I'm able to see patterns and how things overlap. And sometimes I get answers to questions and problems that I've been pondering about. So these are some priceless benefits for sure in allowing yourself to be an avid journaler. Hey there, Laura. It's good to see you. So the key is, I believe, as in anything, is in practicing, is in consistency. So if you're someone who journals consistently, it's just a matter of time, I think, before you become great at it and you become more connected with it. I would even say to schedule it, even schedule the times in which you're going to journal, because what? The things that get done are scheduled. Is that not true? So if you can schedule times in which you're going to journal, then that's a time you're spending with yourself. I even see this, in my personal opinion, as self care. To be able to journal is to show self care. Oftentimes, we think self care is about buying products and sitting and having a bubble bath, even though that's very nice, or just taking a whiff of the night, the new scented candle. All of that's beautiful, but sometimes it is about setting these different exercises and having access to different places where you can discover yourself, where you can have a safe place to get to know how you're wired. This is, to me, self care, because you're paying attention to the self. So many times we're so external, we're paying attention to everything outside of ourselves, and we're the last person on the self care list. And I want you, especially since this is 2021, to really begin to look at how you can better take care of yourself. And this is one thing that you can do that's very invaluable. I've been doing this for, my goodness, I would say about a good 6 or 7 years. What I've also discovered is that sometimes as you dig deep, and again, journaling is a growth opportunity, I've discovered some limiting beliefs that I've had about different areas of my life, whether it's about how I am going to contribute to life, or I've had some limiting beliefs crop up in regards to money and finances. I've had limiting beliefs that have popped up in regards to relationships, assumptions that I've been making unconsciously I was never aware of. But guess what? To be able to journal is sometimes to go to those deeper layers and to unearth those deeper layers so that you can discover some of those limiting beliefs. And that gives you an opportunity to connect to those limiting beliefs and to begin to transform them, which is another topic all together. So that is definitely something that I use with my clients in whatever program that I'm offering. Definitely journaling is a part of it because it produces such big results, and because so many of us are unaware of some of the dynamics that are happening below our consciousness. I use it for great results. So how do you go about journaling? Let's go over this one more time. I want to make sure that you're doing it regularly. So if you need to schedule it, please do that. Every Monday at 3, every Tuesday at 3, every Wednesday at 3. I'm going to spend some time. It could be as brief as 15 minutes to 30 minutes, and I'm going to journal in a way that feels comfortable for me. You can buy a journal. You can use a legal pad. Hey, Under some circumstances, if I'm not at home, I have even used index cards or whatever was available to vent, okay, to get to know myself, to be able to express myself, and choose the method that works for you. If you like drawing pictures and writing, do that. If you want to have a little music flowing in the background because it stimulates your creativity, do that. Find a way in which you see words and connection to yourself. I want you to be able to see that flowing. So you're going to be doing that regularly. And then I want you to go back when you have opportunity, and later reread some of your journal entries. You can do that every day. You can do that at the end of the week, because what you want to become is aware of who you are, how you're wired. You might see, for instance, that you have thinking patterns that you need to work on. Maybe you say, gosh, I tend to personalize things so much. I'm looking at these entries and I'm seeing this one theme recurring over and over again. Okay, I see I personalize things. That gives you an area to work on. Or you might notice, man, I see that certain people trigger me. Okay, people who I feel are accusatory. Just giving you an example. You need to see that because that's an area in which you want to work in. So this is why this information is so vital. On the other hand, you might see some beautiful strengths that you want to build on. Hmm. Maybe you need to take better responsibility for the gifts and the calling that God has given you. All this can be seen in journaling, my friends. So I want to encourage you to do that. This is the greatest, uh, invaluable exercise that you can do for yourself. And might I note that it is free. It is a free way to take care of yourself, to grow, and to become that person that you are looking to be, right? In 2021. It starts, everything starts with understanding how you're wired, how you're put together, what are the traits and the giftings that God has put in you. What is the call? You're only going to know that when you spend time in relationship to yourself. Until next time, everyone, peace and blessings. Bye bye for now.